sell-offs after breaking down from intermediate trends in the trading range. These large volume climaxes at the lows, reiterating the same facts. But just know that these levels, the same facts, they've been here for a while. They don't necessarily need to be confirmed in this way to showcase the type of price action that should be expected. And what we're getting over time is just the confirmation and the respect of the level, which leads to the price action that we get. Now, I'll go ahead and clear some of this just to show the range itself. Specifically with the IWM, one thing to note is as we're rebounding back and forth through this trading range, oftentimes I'm looking not so much high to low and low to high, but I'm actually looking mid-range in this volume profile to show me where to anticipate a stall in the price. And usually with this stall, we get to just that 90 days isn't enough, 180 day. This market's been in that range for quite a while. Usually with this stall in the price, this can give me a sense of both some intraday aggressiveness or lack thereof. So if I were trading the IWM or any stock that was participating in the IWM outside of a catalyst, I wouldn't necessarily want to be involved because we are mid-range. This is that concept of having value either move sharply away in the form of some sort of compressed breakout. Those are moves away from value, attempts to get to an expansion, or you play the reversion to value. And you can do this intraday, but you can do this in the long term, understanding that these index ETFs hold the stocks that we often trade. So for SPY, we haven't really seen that in a while. It's been a while since we had a trading range between about 422 all the way down to like the 405. So it was a fairly large range for the SPY. However, the fact that the SPY is starting to, at least in the short term, trend, and we're getting that volatility intraday, if we were in a trading range, or if we were trading something like the Dow, if the Dow were at a key inflection point, a level such as the ones we've marked, we want to be basically prepared for both major scenarios to occur. Oftentimes, a reversion to the mean is the most likely scenario because these trading ranges are often held for quite a while. There's a reason why the price stopped at the buying climax, and often there's a reason for the price to continue to quote unquote chop around in the trading range until we get some sort of catalyst. But obviously in the case of the alternate thesis, the breakout or the breakdown, we play those moves just in the same way as we play any other type of range breakout or breakdown. It is a significant activity trying to get away from a large value shelf, something that has been set by the market. And oftentimes market participants have to react to this move by covering, by stopping out, or by, in the case of breakout traders and the money flow that's occurring to move us out of the range, oftentimes we play that in the form of a trend day because that's typically how they form. So just some things to think about. This market, it's still a bit shaky in regards to not everything is in the same position at the same time. It's not an all-out market rally in the sense that the IWM was a leader for a long period of time, and yet we've seen a very similar pattern and formation occur for months in the IWM, a lack of follow-through. Basically, the advantage being buying the lows, selling either mid-range, median levels, or looking to the highs and then swapping and doing the opposite. That has been a very advantageous trade for a long time. The Dow has the likelihood of that forming in the same way if we do not see a breakout. The idea is exactly the same. We're coming potentially to test this upper level. We might get a couple of days above the buying climax of 351.09, but the larger scenario, the more likely probability is to stay in this range and to allow for that balance zone to rest, or to basically remain the dominant thesis until the market gives us another reason to move higher. So we are in earnings season. That could easily be a set of catalysts to move something like the Dow. We are in a period where we're about to have some large big tech earnings for next week, and the market may also want to pause during that time before we get some of those numbers. And this could be seen potentially on the SPY with some of our volume on this reaction that we got recently. Note that we had significant stopping volume at the right point at the 50. We got this big reactionary bounce, but the more we dig in, let's do a 10-day, 30-minute, the volume is starting to decline. And as we get back to the levels where we broke down from this sort of false move right here, as we start to get back to these points, think about ranges in this way. Think about a smaller intraday to multi-day range in the SPY, which we know we have an all-time high. We have this significant low that was set, but so far this low has not been tested. And so far we are coming into this level with a lack of strength, a lack of volume. So keep on guard in regards to this move. It has been nice to play intraday, but just like the Dow and just like the IWM, these ranges often form after the trend starts to break down. And what we haven't seen yet is the SPY trend truly break down, but we got close. It's just a warning sign that the market is starting to maybe find a little bit more in the way of selling pressure. And with earnings coming up, it's possible we stay in these ranges for now. We maybe don't see the same follow through as before, leading up into more information. We're thinking things like guidance is going to be really important. We have a lot of fear and uncertainty with new COVID variants, along with some of the monetary policy surrounding it. We've seen the bond market really buck the trend in recent weeks. Obviously, the sell-off in the bonds has facilitated some of the buying and the upside move short-term inside the S&P, but keep in mind the bond market is still in a trend right now, and we still have to respect this trend just like any other market trend, where until this truly breaks down, you know, the bonds are kind of in control at the moment. Also be thinking about how, in the case of economic slowdown, with more COVID variants or with any sort of catalyst that can lead us to companies seeing reduced growth, the monetary policy so far has been to continue buying up assets and to avoid the topic of tapering this activity. The market has enjoyed that policy for a long time. So if this were to continue, will the conversation continue with a lack of tapering, and will the market respond in kind by continuing its strong upper rally? So some things to consider. I think the risk versus reward in this market is starting to become a bit questionable at some of these levels, but we are traders at heart, and with trading, we're looking for moments in time where the risk to reward is most advantageous inside of typically some sort of range, level, or setup that we like to look for. So not everything is pointing obviously to the upside, but these big reactions we're getting, they're very sharp, they're very jarring, and they're across the board. So whether we see the same thing just continue and sort of drift back to the upside, or whether this also kind of bites us back and comes back down just as aggressively as it bounced. These are things we have to prepare for in the light of the fact the market's waiting for additional information. So I think that's pretty much all I have for y'all. Any questions before we call it? All right, lots of thanks. Looks like we're good on YouTube. So for those on YouTube, we did have a late start. We mostly talked about the idea of some of these markets are starting to really confirm and solidify their trading ranges. We looked at the Dow, we looked at the IWM. So moving forward, we'll probably cover a little bit more of that next week. But so far, market conditions are one of maybe a bit of hesitancy as we saw this sharp reaction on declining volume, and we're kind of awaiting additional information with earnings. So unfortunately, that's all my time. So we'll go ahead and say trade safe today. This is Jarad with Engineering the Markets, and we'll talk a bit more tomorrow, but into next week, we'll cover some additional topics towards how to take advantage of these ranges. So see y'all then, and stay tuned for pre-market prep.
All right, good morning, everybody. Just do a little mic check. Can you hear me? Hopefully you can hear me. We will get my cameras set up, and we should be good to go. All right, just a little mic check. Hopefully everybody can hear me fine. For our friends in the room, let's get everything broadcast to you. Good morning, Norm. How are you?
Morning, Peter. I'm doing well. How are you?
Not bad, thank you. Not bad. Okay. Welcome to Thursday. It is, I can't believe it, it is already the 22nd of July. This month has just flown by. So, we are approaching fast the end of this month. And we are in earnings season. And with that, we actually have a ton of earnings coming up today. But before we do that, let's take a quick look at yesterday. We had a couple of things that we were looking at yesterday, starting with Nuro, N-U-R-O, that I have on the screen. It was a crazy one. Brian from the chat room mentioned that he was trading at pre-market. So he got in and had a trade somewhere around 9 o'clock. I think he got in around $15, but he had to sit through these halts. This thing, I mean, I think it was open for what, a minute, and then it halted for 20 or 30, and then it was open for another minute, and then halted and open and halted.
It wasn't even a minute. It was like the trade was so thin, it just popped around and halted almost instantaneously on that second one.
Yeah, I mean, so Brian ended up getting a great winning trade out of it, but with a ton of stress because you just never knew. Especially when I think it was after the second halt, it opened really high, pushed down, and halted immediately again. So now you're on a halt to the downside, but then it opened and pushed up again. Like
you see, I didn't see it that way. I'll say that some people said that in the room, halted to the downside. Oh, watch out! I didn't see because there was no price action.
Right.
It was just popping around. It was because it was so imbalanced and opened so much differently than it was, and was trading so thin that the spread hit it. And it's like somebody's just filled a market order and it hit that. It's not like it was trading and actually moving and had some price action and then halted to the downside.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It was just thin. It was an interesting deal. I didn't touch it at that point because of how wild it was, but I really didn't perceive that as a halt to the downside,
right,
like you guys were, like some people said.
Yeah, and actually, you know what? That's a really fair point. You're right, because it was not trending down. It was just popping around, and I guess when it halted, it just happened to be an order that was lower than the first order they got filled. But so, the point out of all of this, guys, is that, when we talk about you've got to be careful on some of these offerings, especially these that are low floats. Neuro was a great example where, you could have chased this and you know what, you could have got a great trade out of it, but you also could have been stuck holding the bag, especially if you chased it on one of the latter halts and pretty significant too, right? Like if you look at this last candle where it was spiking all the way up to, what did it hit a high yesterday of $38, and then the thing reopened, it reopened at 28. So that's a $10 difference. Yeah. That's 25% value of the stock. So you've got to be really careful if you want to play these things. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying know what you're getting into and play it appropriately. We were also watching Mara yesterday. We said with cryptocurrency making a move, maybe Mara would have some action. To me, it was pretty choppy at the open. Didn't really give you much during the day, so not a great trade there. And then we had some that actually did give good trades. So in the room, I know we had a lot of people that were playing CCL. I think it was earnings yesterday, and that gave it certainly a move to the upside right off of the open after the sort of inevitable pullback, Brian's fallen angel type play. Coca-Cola was very choppy right at the open. I know Thor, who normally sort of nails his open trades, struggled a little bit, but then eventually got a good trade on it. Coke doesn't move a lot, but it did give an opportunity if you were patient and smart in your trade against it. It wasn't earnings? Okay, Jared, thanks. On CCL. AMC, as always, gave some movement. I find it scary to trade sometimes because I can't figure out what it's going to do. That being said, Andrew is back from vacation, back in the room, and actively trading with us. He got an entry on this. It was actually a great ABCD entry, played it perfectly, got this bounce, and it was sort of like a one and done trade for him. So that I think we should be able to watch his recap on our channel, and you can sort of see that trade, which was a great grab for him. We had a couple others. Apple, gave some opportunity. I traded Apple yesterday, and of course my good friend AMD. I rarely go a day where I can't sort of look at AMD. Netflix was the one that, the last one that I'll just point out from yesterday that, it was really not doing much pre-market. We commented on that, but it did give a great sell-off, and if you were able to jump into that, you would have had a good trading opportunity. I actually managed to get a grab down at the bottom here and took it that I just sort of held in it all day, and I'm telling you, it was a long wait for absolutely nothing. Like, it did not move for the rest of the day. So, that was another reminder for me. Sometimes when you get these things, it doesn't mean that they're going to move, right? I could have easily have sold this after 20 minutes and have made the same, if not more, than I did 4 hours later. So sometimes patience doesn't pay off. All right, so with all of that, let me clear my list from yesterday, and let's take a look at what's happening today. So I've already tried to queue up what I saw on the gappers list so that we can take a look at it. Once again today, Neuro is back on the list, so let's take a look at what's going on here today. 3.7 million, so this is still in play. I mean, their news was pretty big for this company, and as we looked at before, this is a stock that
they had earnings this morning too, to be clear.
Did they? Okay, well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
And did I presume they had good earnings?
frankly, I didn't even dig into them just because I see the price action's telling the story itself. They very well could have dug into as well. No matter if the earnings were important, I don't think the earnings that they had in the previous quarter compare anything to the news that they had. Right. I don't even have them showing up as having reported yet. But maybe they have, and it's just not updated here. And there's some kind of news about what's going on, but there is a secondary catalyst in addition to what's going on.
Right. Okay. Well,
okay. There you go.
That may make it of interest for those that want to play it. Like we just discussed, just be careful on it, right? I mean, this is proven to be jumpy, and again, you might get a great opportunity, but trade maturely. The last thing you want is to get caught in a flush, even if it's just a $2 or $3 candle. That if that's way over your size and your risk tolerance, could just blow your day. So just be careful on it, but obviously it's in play. Next we have NXRP. NXRP is another low float. Good volume, 1.4 million, up almost 20% this morning. Looks good, relatively good pre-market. These candles are really small, so not like great price action, but I mean at least there's some consistency to it, but the volume's fairly low now that I'm looking at it in a little more detail. I don't know if there's any news
biotech company, they've got some news on possible being ready to manufacture a drug for COVID therapy if it gets approved. So okay. That's what I'm.
So they're waiting on approval. I'll leave it on the list for now, keeping in mind that it is a low float, and if the price action doesn't pick up and the volume doesn't increase towards the open, then frankly it's not much of an interest. Next on the list I had DQ. It's not Dairy Queen. This is DACO New Energy. I don't even know how to say that.
Not Dairy Queen. I assure you of that. Yeah, no, this is a semiconductor company out of China, I believe, and work on batteries and such. And anyway, they had an IPO spinoff of something, I believe. I'm not a fan of this. Anytime it's ever popped up, I would prefer Dairy Queen, frankly.
I could go for a Blizzard.
Yes.
Right, well, they did have some move yesterday, so whatever's happening, this is a second day play. It's certainly continuing to play here. Again, pre-market action looks okay. I'm looking at the volume. I'm always looking for volume that's at least 5,000 shares per minute, even in the pre-market. This is sort of right on the edge of that. So, once again, it looks like one that I'll just leave. We'll see if it gets better. Crocs, C-R-O-X. So this comes up almost every earnings season. So I assume it's earnings. We have a ton of earnings, like I mentioned. I'm pretty sure it was on the list. It's the only reason it ever pops up. And
it's not because their shoes look good.
No, I'm always amazed that they're still a thing, but apparently they're huge in the medical community because you can put them in the dishwasher, so and sanitize them or whatever. But anyways, Crocs pre-market action doesn't look great. The volume's barely over 100,000 shares. It is gapping up 10%, so presumably that's good earnings, but doesn't look good so far. The daily looks good, though, on a steady upward trend. This may propel it, and we may see a little bit of move, so we'll see what happens on CROX. MRIN is continuing to be on the list here. 700,000 shares, up 5%. Wow, it really came down off the highs. I don't love it pre-market, to be honest, so far. Again, we got a lot of these that are sort of iffy, right? They're sitting here, maybe I'll just leave them on. When it comes to set levels, if the volume has increased, then we'll worry about it. If not, then I won't. So, CLOV, this is another one that pops up occasionally. We had a month ago now, you can see in June when it had the big days, it's really just been sort of, I don't know, just sort of moving with little energy over the last couple of weeks, in my opinion. Pre-market action, once again, okay, not great. 1.7 million shares. I'll just leave it. Oh my goodness, so many of these. ORPH, look, here's one. I don't like it. 128,000 shares, 5%, something I can get rid of. Bye-bye. All right, plug.
I've never seen you get rid of a stock so fast, Peter. I'm quite proud of you for that.
Okay, well, I have so many that are all in these iffy zone. I got to do something. All right, plug. Choppy pre-market action. Is this earnings? I don't know what's going on with plug, but actually, now that I'm looking, it's not even on. Why is it? Oh, you know what? It's not even on the gappers list now. It was earlier because it dropped below the 2%. It's at 1.8. Here, look. I'll get rid of it. Done. MCRB also.
No, plug doesn't have earnings today.
Okay.
A lot of things, frankly, we had a fairly decent gap up this morning, and I was going to be happy to say that we're on our third day. But since the jobs report came out weaker than expected and continuing claims as well, or the unemployment report, excuse me, let me get that technically correct, even though they both have to do with jobs, two different things, that sold off the market a little bit since we came on, so...
I always forget to do that market review. My apologies there, Norm.
It's all right. Well, it's not as important anymore now that Jarad has a half hour before the pre-market show comes on. So
there you go. Okay. All right. Well, then we'll come back here. So next one I had, I was moving over to the gap down list. We'll look at the biggest one, or at least biggest gapper on the downside, is MCRB. This doesn't sound familiar at all. I know I haven't traded it, but 800,000 shares down 52%. That's a shock to anybody who was holding this overnight. The daily, it was really just moving sideways for a very long period of time. This is obviously not something that normally trades very well. Today, maybe is its day. Do they have some bad news?
Well, they're they're a biotech that announced some results for a phase 2 study, which apparently went over like a turd in a punch bowl, which I'll say because it's for ulcerative colitis. It's just awesome. I'll try to get a screenshot of this quickly and put it in here, but I love how you watch news and when people talk about the F word being fundamentals and news and such, there is an awesome story. If you go in FinViz, the last story before this morning's crater bomb was hedge funds have never been this bullish on Series Therapeutics. Less than 24 hours later,
I see that here. We'll put it on the screen here. So FinViz we use often to just check the news and some of the fundamentals. But you're right. Here's this article, right? Yesterday at noon. So there you go about trusting analysts and their view. Yep. How the increase in enthusiasm is where the smart money sits lately. How smart's that money feeling right now? I love it.
No.
Oh, that's great, Norm. All right, well, look, MCRB, we'll see if we can chase it down. There are shares for short. Let me just click on it here. I'm showing 1 million shares for short, so it is shortable. This may be one that plays for us to the downside today. We'll see. LEXX, I know a couple of people mentioned in the room. I see it second near the top on my gappers list. It is a low float at only 4 million shares, 280,000 traded, down 12%. Pre-market does not look good, though. Anybody trade this yesterday in the room? I don't know if it was a good trade. A few people were talking about it. I know they were looking at it. Doesn't look absolutely fantastic yesterday, but there could have been opportunity. It was junk. We got a couple of people jump.
It looks like
junk. What is this? I got to get me a pair of these elevator Crocs. Apparently,
please don't.
Height of fashion.
Are you gonna start dancing on a pole?
Some of those.
Are you gonna start dancing on a pole, Peter?
Only, yeah. We don't. I can't do that in Canada because unfortunately they
leave
just
me out of
loonies
it
and toonies at you and they hurt. So. If I'm lucky, I'd get loonies and toonies thrown at me. All right. All right, I'm going to get rid of LEXX because I don't like the way it looks. And in the room, they were saying that it was trading bad yesterday. So we'll move on. to PBF Energy. It seems to me this has been on our list before, and it's usually pretty crappy.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, I'm going to get rid of it here from our list. I notice on the gappers, as I'm just doing a comparison, one that's jumped up that was not here earlier is Go. I'll take a look at Go. 160,000 shares, gapping down 8%. Grocery outlet, probably then an earnings play, I'm guessing. But the pre-market action is terrible. So I don't like the look of it. And the daily does not look good either. Look at that flat sideways action. I don't know if they... if they had some really, really bad earnings, then maybe it might be worth looking at. But otherwise, I don't like it. All right, AEHR is one that's been on our list for a little while here. Pre-market, it doesn't look fantastic here, really. Low volume. 500,000 shares, down 8%. But it doesn't look great. Yesterday, how did it trade? Wow, there was actually some opportunity into the close on this. It really had a lift up into the close. So this is maybe just a sell-off after that euphoria, that excitement yesterday. I'll leave it here just to maybe set some levels on it. TXN, Texas Instruments, is on the list. Again, this is another one that typically only shows up during earnings. They are gapping down, so I assume they had bad earnings. Is that a safe assumption?
Nope, they had good earnings. There was just some... they beat. Their guidance was kind of in the range of what's expected for current quarter, as far as I could tell. But people were concerned about like peak chip demand. So that's
okay. Well, this is again one where if you look at this pre-market, guys, we got big gaps. There's the whole minutes where virtually nothing is trading. So I might leave it here to set some levels. But it's one that I would only trade if it jumps up onto our list. Because, again, my experience has been it's sort of hard to trade. It doesn't move all that much. So, Cleveland Cliffs is back on the list. CLF, 1.1 million shares, just gapping down 3%. Daily action hasn't been great. Pre-market, I don't know, looks okay. Why is Cleveland Cliffs on our list? Oh, this looks like earnings.
I didn't even pull it up, Peter. I'm not a fan, but yeah, they had earnings this morning.
Okay, I can understand. All right, LUV is the last one I've got on my list here. Southwest Airlines, as again earnings continues. Looks like Southwest had their earnings today. I think.
Yeah.
What were their earnings? All right, so it looks like their earnings, they beat on revenue, missed on earnings per share. Is that what you're seeing, Norm?
Yeah, and I believe it's the same story with AAL this morning.
Yeah, why did AAL? Let's take a peek at that, because it's not on my gappers list here. They're exactly 2% now, so they should be popping. Oh, there it is. They just popped to the bottom of my gappers list, so that was why. So they haven't gapped. Now AAL can trade well, and we look at it. We often look at it. So now there was excitement about a couple of days ago about sort of travel restarting and people moving, but I think the variant concern seems to be overriding that, and with their earnings being sort of a mixed bag, that's probably why they're pushing down here this morning. All right, with that, let me just do a quick scan. Anything else on my list? Nothing else that looks, worthy of going back to. Check quickly in the room and on YouTube. Do you guys have any things that you think we should look at? I'm seeing a couple of things in the room. Dee.
Shout out on YouTube to D. Maurice for the super chat. Thank you, sir.
All right, that's awesome. Thank you for that. Didi, D-I-D-I here. So that's a recent IPO. It's pushing down. Oh, I actually do have shares for short, 1.8 million. It looks okay, actually. We wouldn't have many levels really to set for this, so that's something you could watch. Being a recent IPO, what you see on my daily chart, that's all you've got. So it's really at the bottom of the range here. So that's that. I see people calling Microsoft. I found Microsoft really hard to trade recently. It doesn't give you good signals on the level 2. It follows the market or maybe leads the market a little bit, but either way, I haven't liked trading it, to be honest. So that's another one. FFIE, that's just such a weird one that I'll try it here. Pre-market actions got volume, 1.1 million shares, up 26%. I don't know if, Norm, if you can find any news on that. I'm not sure why FFIE is gapping.
I don't even get a ticker for it when I pull it up in some of my stuff, so I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'm getting no information. You can see right down here on the fundamental screen at DAS. So.
Oh, yeah. So that's the PSAC SPAC that's now trading under FFIE.
Oh, that's the one that changed tickers, right? Faraday Future Intelligent Electric Inc. Okay. I think they took over someone else's name or something, because there's a lot of history here. It's probably not related to this stock. Anyways, today it is gapping up.
No, that's the chart behind PSAC that's now trading under FFIE.
Oh, I see.
And it's an EV, so EV stock. So they're gonna be volatile. This one could trade well in the future. I don't know if it will today or not, but It wouldn't surprise me in this.
All right. Well, we'll see if we'll leave it here. I can see some levels on it that might be worth setting. So we'll do that. And then last look I'll do over here. FRSX. FRSX. I see a couple people mentioning that. FRSX, 200,000 shares, gapping up 15%. Price action looks like it's ramping up. At least I see the chart moving here. It looks okay. Is this a low float? What is the... no, it's got a fair amount, 64 million shares. Why does that sound familiar? Have we traded this before? FRSX. Anyways, looks okay. I will leave it on my list for now. All right, with that, we've got a big list here. I got lots of stuff that I will either set levels to or I will go and reject. Why don't we take a look at some of our community announcements? Because as always, we've got a lot of stuff going on here at Bear Bull. So I will hand this over to Norm, and he can tell us about our activity.
All right. John's webinar from Tuesday night is posted. Next week, next Tuesday, 8 p.m., you have my man Peter over there talking about share size, picking the right share size for you. That'll be Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Indeed.
And then I believe Nada's webinar is already posted. If not, it will be very soon. Next week, we're going to have Dr. Katz, town hall with him, talking with 2 traders in the room about their trading journey. Not just 2 traders. Who do we have, Peter?
I don't know. Is it a trick question?
Okay. Who do you think would be a big draw?
Who would be a big draw? Thor,
and who else?
Oh my goodness.
How about Jarad?
That would be awesome.
Thor and Jarad will be in this. So anyway, tune in next week. Dr. Katz Town Hall should be really fun to watch that.
Oh, that'll be awesome. We get to psychoanalyze them both.
Yep. If you want to participate in the member trade of the day, trade of the week, take a screenshot of your best trade of the day, mark it up. It obviously should have entries and exits so we know what the trade is, and then put any commentary you can to describe it. Post it on Twitter, tag at Bearable Traders, at MikeB_BBT, and at NormBBT. Also use hashtags BBT Family, day trading, and stock market. We'll pick a winner for each day, announce it in the afternoon. And then we will take all the trades of the week and vote on them over the weekend, announce that on Monday for the trade of the week. Sorry, my brain freeze, and I'm not even drinking a Slurpee right now. If you're watching on YouTube, haven't been in the room, you'd like to give it a try, use the promo code PREMARKET24 when you check out with the intro membership. That'll give you 7 calendar days, 5 trading days in the room. It cancels at the end of that. It doesn't auto-renew or anything. Also gives you access to the live onboarding classes we do every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's onboarding and technology live every Monday night. And then also, if you want to take part in this maybe one-off promotion. We might not do this again. We'll see how it goes. But you can get 50% off the first month of a monthly elite membership. That essentially makes it the same price as the basic membership. You can try out all the stuff. It does continue on after that, and the price does go back to the normal elite monthly membership plan.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, indeed. So consider joining, guys. It's a good opportunity and a great deal. So hopefully we'll see you in the room sometime soon. All right. Let's get back to our charts here, and let me go through and see about setting some levels. All right, well, on Neuro, I mean, we're well up above anything that's relevant here in this chart, so I really have nothing, no levels to set. As I go back in time, if you remember, this thing had traded well up, and yesterday we had set some levels down at the 16, 18 bucks with no expectation, at least on my side, that it would be jumping up so high so fast. So let's see what else we've got now to set. I'm definitely seeing some level. I'm going to set a couple here, 25 bucks roughly, and then I'm going to set one way up here. Why not, right? 39.50-ish. If it gets up that high. Remember, these levels are back 2015, so talking 7 years ago. How relevant are they? No idea, right? With the way this is moving, probably not much, to be honest, but I'll put them there and we'll see what happens. NRXP, a little dyslexia going on there. I said I would leave it if the price action got better. It has not got better, so I'm just going to delete it. DQ, like we've established, not Dairy Queen. Looks okay. Let's see if we get some daily levels. Where are we at here? Trading at 92 bucks. There happens to be a level right exactly at 92 that we've passed. Let me try to nail that level here. 92. There you go. So that could be relevant. I also see some levels I'm going to set up here. 108 and 117.50. So I don't know if this thing will really get going. It's up 12 bucks today. That would be a stretch for it to go up another, $12, $16. But if we do, then I'm ready. If this thing drops, the only level I'm going to put is here at $85. So we'll see what happens on DQ. Crocs, CROX, like I mentioned, not something that normally trades all that great. But I will, is this all-time high? Wow. Is it? Hold on here. Let me go back. Going back in time. It looks like we are at all-time high on Crocs, so I have nothing to set. Like, we're well up above all-time high. That actually makes Crocs a little more interesting to me. If we're up at this all-time high, this could give some new buyers in it some interest. I will set against the tinfoil line, this 8 o'clock settlement line. You can see I will set my lines against that candle, and I'm going to leave it. We'll see what happens with it. MRIN, again, don't like how it trades normally. I will set that 8 o'clock settlement line. We are trading at 10 bucks. Yeah, I'm not loving this daily chart, I got to tell you here. The high of... Why is this? Why do I not? I should have a line right here at the high of yesterday. It's probably just covered by... There it is. That line. So there you go. And so the highs and lows of the previous 2 days give me lines against MRIN. CLOV, daily chart doesn't look great on it. The pre-market action, though, it's getting better. I like how it's moving around here. We're getting a little bit more volume into the offering, so that's a good thing. I will set at the settlement line here, and actually I see I've got too many lines on my chart here. Let's get rid of them all and start over. All right, settlement lines on CLOV. I've obviously set lines on it before, and we're trending up. So if this thing goes higher, I'm going to set a level right at 15 there, and I'm going to set one here. You guys know I like gaps, so look at the gap of this candle at the high of 12, and then the low of this one is 1632, although we've been trading into this gap for a while, so the high range of the gap I don't expect to be important, but the low may be, so that's good for CLOV. MCRB on the downside, like we mentioned, huge gap down. If I look at the daily, I've got to go back here. Interesting. We are in a space where there was a giant gap that happened back in last August, where this thing gapped from $4.70 all the way up to $20. Wow. All right, so this does have a history then of volatility. So at $9, I got nothing relevant to set. The peak back here was $6.75. I'll set something there, but yeah, I don't think these levels are really playing that much. We're going back to 2018. I'm just going to leave it. I don't know that we've got relevant levels. If we're going to play this, we'll just have to watch it and see what happens. All right, AEHR has been in play for the last few days. Pre-market action still doesn't look great on it to me. Highs and lows of the previous 2 days already set some levels that I can play with. I'm not going to do anything more on it. TXN just doesn't look good pre-market. Only if this thing breaks here below, what is this day here? 183.37. So let me just set this. 183.37 would be my level there. Then maybe I'll get interested if this thing really starts to drop. But frankly, I don't expect it to move all that much. So we'll see what happens on TXN. Cleveland Cliffs. Wow, look at that big settlement candle on it. So we'll just keep a note of that. But again, typically I don't feel that it's played very well. We're down 3.7%. Previous 2 days give me some levels to play with on the upside. I might take a look over here at $22 on the downside. If it breaks through the previous 2 days, like 2 days ago low, then I'll worry about resetting some levels. LUV, Southwest Airlines, again, settlement candle, we'll set some levels on that. We are trending down 2% to the lows here. I will set a level at the low, this low, $50.10. All right, so that makes sense. We'll set one there, and I'll watch and see. If it breaks lower than that, then I'll worry about it. If it breaks higher, I'm going to be watching up here at 54. So now I've got like a $4 range I can watch it within. We'll see what happens. American Airlines, again, settlement candle I will set. And for levels, well, it's been moving up the last couple of days. So I've got the low side covered with the previous 2 day candles. If we break to the top side, I've already got a daily level at 21.78 that I still like, because that was the high here on July the 6th and also on July the 1st. So we've got levels, and then 22.45 I've also already got set, because where you can see it previously hit it several times. So that's good. My levels are already set on American Airlines. I am good to go. FFIE, well, here I can definitely set a level. We're trading right now at about 17.20. I'm going to set a level right up here, because the high of pre-market is at 17. No, what is that level? I got like a dotted line there that I frankly don't know what it's from. Yeah, they're 20.49. That's very strange. My high of pre-market on the 1 minute chart is at 20.49, which coincides with the montage window. But when I look at my daily chart, it's got that level down here at 17.49, which is strange. Anyways, I'm setting a level at 17.49 because this is the high that it hit way back here on the 25th of June. And if it goes higher, oh, I see. Now I've got some areas over here from February, March that I can set. 1865, and then I'll, whoops, wrong button. I'm going to set this up here at 2075 and get rid of this one. My goodness, I'm having trouble with my lines. All right, last but not least for my level setting here, FRSX that a couple of people mentioned. Trending up a little bit, 10%. I can see that this really was up a lot higher earlier this year, quite significantly higher, 300% higher. So this definitely shows that it's got room to move. The high of this candle is 569, so I'm going to set a level right there at 569. I've got the lows covered with the previous 2 days candles. Other than that, it's sort of consolidated around here, which is roughly, what is that, 503 and 504. So 502 is good because that'll give me early notice. That's one that we can take a look at. Last but not least, I'll take a look at some of my old favorites on AMD. AMD not doing much pre-market. I'm still hoping AMD is going to move up here and really take out the top of these patterns here, getting back into the 90s, and then maybe if we're lucky higher, but we'll see. Apple is another one that has been moving well the last few days. Pre-market actually doesn't look bad. 700,000 shares traded, so that's looking okay. So that's about it for the levels that I wanted to set. Now, in the room, one of the things that we do is we often look at, I keep note of anything that's going to IPO. So I go to some of my trusted websites here. I use Finvest Monitor, for instance, to look at my IPOs. We've got a few IPOs I haven't had a chance to list. So what I do is I get those ready. I set alerts. So when they start trading in the room, I'm ready to go, and we are able to, sort of be alerted that they're ready to open, and we'll see. Sometimes they trade well, sometimes they don't at all. So, but here's, you can see ZENV, Base, Ryan, ZVIA, INST, and ABSI are at the off the top of my head are those that I'll probably be watching today. Well, look at that. We're done a little bit early. So what else do you guys want us to take a look at? AMC. AMC has its usual million shares pre-market. Not doing anything crazy so far. Definitely going to set levels around the settlement line here so I can keep an eye on that. I already have daily levels set at $49 if it goes up, and then the previous 2 days highs and lows give me some further levels to take a look at. So that's good on AMC. How about on YouTube? Thank you, Daniel, once again coming in with that super chat. Appreciate that.
Legends.
Good morning to you as well. Anything else you guys are taking a look at? ICG? Melvin, you're putting ICG in there. Let me... Am I getting that right? IGC, sorry. India Globalization Inc. Okay. That sounds like a made-up name. Wow, 56 million shares traded so far today. Well, I already don't like it because I saw that it's a $4 stock up 172%. So
a weed
this would
company,
not show up
isn't
on
it?
our gappers list because if the previous close was below $5, we filter those out on purpose because they can be crazy. But this one, I don't know if there's news. I hear you out there, Norm. You're able to check some news for me. Why is this one like 56 million shares is a ton of volume?
They've got a patent for treatment of Alzheimer's disease using weed.
Okay, you can treat anything.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Well, if you get stoned, you forget anyway. So
just to divert for a second, have you heard about this crazy thing they're dealing with in hospitals called scromiting?
the what? I'm not sure I want to know about that, Peter.
You do not want to know about it, but I'm going to tell you anyways. So it's scromiting. Apparently, people, if you get the wrong strain of weed, it's uncontrollable screaming combined with projectile vomiting. Scromiting. Can you imagine having to deal with somebody who's busy, with uncontrollable screaming and vomiting at the same time? I swear to God, look it up.
Yeah, that sounds like
it's disgusting.
That sounds like BS.
Well, you could do your own web research on that. But yes, I was reading a couple of articles on it. It sounds disgusting. Yeah. Anyways. All right. So with that, let's check and see. Maybe our moderators have had a chance to enter some of what their picks are, because every day we get the advantage of seeing what they are looking at and what their picks are going to be. So let me move it over here into the room. Ooh, and the quality goes down because I'm putting things on top of each other. But right now, so far, Mike has, once again, as always, looking at his break of high of day scanners, and today he's going to focus it at NVIDIA, Apple, and Crocs. Interesting for Mike to have Crocs. Well, like I said, it's at all-time highs, so it does actually make sense for him to put that on his list. I missed John here. John John's going with the old school emoticons here with high of day watch list. Not sure what he's looking at other than NVIDIA. Tiffany is going to be looking at CCL, NVIDIA, Apple, sorry, not Apple, American Airlines, AAL, with a secondary list of DQ, not Dairy Queen, and Crocs. Norm, have you got anything that have decided what you're looking at yet today?
I'm still working on it, brother.
Me too.
I've had mine. I'm getting my watch list closer and closer to the open, especially during the summer. Things aren't nearly as good. I'll say this looks like there's some better opportunities today than we've had recently. I haven't been a big fan of how things have traded the last week or so, but
right. Yeah, and I agree with that. I think Crocs I'm going to be looking at myself. I'm going to look at the old faithfuls in Apple and AMD. I've actually been watching AMC recently, although I don't usually trade it at the open, but I'll probably put that on my list. And the rest I haven't yet decided. So that's my list for this morning, guys, and that's what we've got. So Norm and I will be back tomorrow morning to close out the week with you. Trade safe today. Be careful. We're looking forward to, at least personally, I'm looking forward to this week ending only so that we can get Carlos back and get back to our usual schedule. We miss him every time he's gone. So with that, thank you as always, Norm.
Oh, thank you, Peter.
And we will be going live, guys. So just give me a second to do the transition. You'll see a screen, a hold screen here for a second, and then we will be going live. I think with Andrew today, like yesterday, and Brian is always here, able to give us his market open view. So just give it a sec as we transition over, and we'll be right back with you. Thanks, everybody.
Take care, guys.
How's everyone doing this morning? All right, well, so we got Neuro, obviously kicking it up again. What else? It's kind of a mixed bag this morning. It's kind of what I figured we'd end up with after one big down day and two big bounce back days. Probably just a lot of stuff that looks pretty flat here. Neuro's definitely going to be in play. IGC. Yeah. Gee, look at yeah. Oh well, there goes Neuro again. High of day is probably going to be some resistance here, 3860-ish. It's right at R4 right now on the camera low. Yeah, I'm just trying to see what I really want to throw up here on the watch list.
Throw up. You're not scrummating, are you?
There's Norm. I'm not what?
Scrummeting. We were talking about that earlier.
I'm scrummeting. Oh,
Anyways.
okay. I'm not really sure what that is. But anyway, I'm looking at Microbe, MCRB. It must have had some disastrous earnings or something, or some kind of event. Maybe a failed phase 3 trial. So I kind of like Microbe, MCRB.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, good morning. Oh, geez. Look at this. Neuro is just
Neuro is ripping higher again, huh?
yeah, really low float.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's
Are
crazy.
you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Wow. It's getting up near yesterday's high. I'd expect a bit of a pullback. But yeah.
NRXP, what's that one up to? NRXP. Ugly. Beyond, Eamon is watching Beyond. Nah. Why? You know. Yeah. Oh my God. Nike. No. DQ. Let's see what DQ is up to. Not a lot of volume, but it's gapping up. AMC. Yesterday did Clav. It wasn't. Peers were discussing about Clav, up 4.5%. Steve. ORPH, cold has volume. Cold, what is cold up to? Down 3%. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just teasing you. I don't know. Nothing really interesting. Claw is interesting, but it's really selling off right now in the pre-market. So Noro, will definitely take a look at Noro Visa Summit Wireless, WISA. It hit the scanner, the new high and new beat scanner. But the issue with this scanner is, the issue with this stock is below VWAP and it's also less below $5. MCRB is getting destroyed. Fuck, man, that's from $21. NRXP. DQ. DQ could be interesting. MC Cloth, cold, definitely. No, Noro, WSA. Yeah, I don't know. Brian is looking at NVIDIA space. IPC. India globalization. Yeah, this possibly yes, but the problem with this lower price stocks is I'm not good at them. Yeah, in this particular case, maybe we can put IGC. Club is good. Yeah, DQ is a meh. NRXP. Keep an eye on Very was hitting the scanner there for sure, yes. But no volume yet on it. Yeah, it was a news halt, but no volume.
Yeah, I really like Microbe as a rising devil trade. And Nero's going to get halted.
Yeah.
It's going to jump. It's going to jump. We'll see what it does, but I think it's going to jump at the open. It might drop. It might actually do what it did yesterday. It might drop a bit right at the open. That'll be the opportunity to jump into it.
Okay.
Okay, 5 minutes, a little more than 5 minutes to the open. Oh, Euro stopped going up.
What is the float on IGC? Do you guys know that?
It's 41 million.
So it's not that bad, huh?
No, I think it's 41 million. Thought I looked at that earlier. Yeah, 42 million, call it. What's a million between friends?
Clove, yeah, I'm gonna look at that as well. Alrighty, so that's it. Are we on YouTube as well, Peter? Perfect. Good morning, YouTube guys. Hope you're doing well. Those of you who are staying, we appreciate a like. We really appreciate a like, guys, and comment on YouTube. Thank you so much.
Cloven Nvidia just popped for some reason.
Oh, NVIDIA. You're also watching NVIDIA, right?
Yeah, I think
it's
it's
nice. Yeah, NVIDIA is nice too.
Yeah, I think it's going to go to 200 maybe today.
Neuro. I think Neuro. I'm gonna do a YOLO trade on Neuro and retire today. I'm gonna buy everything that I have on Neuro. YOLO. Oh, did it pop up, man? Damn it.
Yeah, it's going. It's already close to 40. I think it actually hit 40. Yeah, 40.83 high now. Maybe Sophie. I don't know. This let's see where IWM's down a bit. I'd watch for the indexes to go green. IWM, Dow. Yeah, Nero's going to 100 today.
Neuro to them. Is it this is not a Wall Street bet trade, is it?
Oh, it probably is. Yeah, I'm guessing it is. It's probably on there. I'm guessing it is. I'm just guessing. Let me take a look here. I'll look at the Wall Street Daily and see what Wall Street Bets Daily. Clove is up there, most popular.
I can't believe that people really go to Wall Street Bet and start trading on a forum.
Exactly.
I just can't believe that.
Yeah, it's up. It's in the penny stock community. So yeah, Clove seems to be popular. So there you go.
Right, two minutes to the open. I think I'm gonna AMC, putting AMC as well too.
Oh dang! don't go down. LVS is dropping. LVS is dropping. Okay, microbe still looks interesting. It looks weak as well. So I'm looking for a bit of a pop at the open. There's a couple things to watch here. LVS.
Visa might pop up at the open. WISA, something wireless. You might get a pop at the open.
I like Visa too. I like LVS as well, although it's a New York Stock Exchange.
I'm going to look at the cloth here. All right, so 1 minute to 40 seconds to the open.
All right, here we go. Might look to sell some calls on Crocs today, just like I did with IBM earlier in the week, although I don't know if the premium will be in this one because we're getting close to the end of the week.
Awesome.
Okay, here
so
we
Peter,
go.
You can shut down the YouTube if it's not getting to 300 likes, because people are not really that generous in YouTube, so you can shut it off at the open.
Ready to get
All right, so the market is open.
Hot diggity.
See what Nora is doing. Excellent. AMC selling off. See what Nora is doing. If it's holding, might be a good 1 minute. Oh, perfect. Thank you, guys. NVIDIA is strong. Let's see what Nora is doing. Be careful of your share size, guys, on this one. This is just brutal. Oh. Let's see what does it in the 1 minute. Like the volume. Maybe above 38, I can add in there. Let's see.
I'm short. Short Las Vegas Sands, LVS. On that little pop up.
I told you Visa is gonna go up. I knew it. Potential Visa long. WISA.
Here we go. Oh, yes. Drop.
I'm taking a long on Visa, guys. I'm taking a long on Visa WISA.
Drop.
10 already.
Drop. Coming.
Hold some.
Okay,
510.
Covering
WISA.
some LVS. 47.22. Oh, yes. Come on down. Looking forward to
long WISA at 510.
Covering some more here at 47.20. Just we're at an S3 level right now on Las Vegas Sands.
I'm still long on WISA. Let's see if you can get another pop on it. We may not. User running up. IWO is still weak. NVIDIA did some stuff. AMC turned out to be weak. I'm still long on WISA.
Here we go, covering some more LVS, 47.
If he holds the VWAP, I might add a little bit more on it. Doesn't look like it, but I'm adding a little bit more on it just to see if you can get another pop.
Yeah, Neuro. I think Neuro's halted.
Yeah, I got halted on the way down. That's not good.
NVIDIA's going.
WISA, let's see, I'm getting just a little bit more long on it. Let's see if you can get to it up. I don't like this. I just don't like these stocks that under $10. Oh, NVDA long. NVDA is going to go to 200, Brian, as you said.
Yeah, I think so. I'm long.
I think long on NVDA too is 198.
Yeah, I'm long here as well.
Long NVDA guys too. See if you can get to 200. Adding a little bit more at 198. If this Visa wants to that pop, I'm gonna go to 550 maybe. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on.
I added to my short on LVS when it popped up to the view app there.
NVIDIA, I think, is going to pop. I think I'm getting out of Visa. I just don't like the price action on it much. Still have a little bit, but...
Okay, here we go. I'm just covering some here again. LVS at 147.
NVIDIA is going to go up. Come on, NVIDIA, you can pop up to 200.
Oh, yes, yes. LVS, baby.
Visa still looking at. I still have some. I just reduced my share size a little bit on Visa, but oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. Popping out more.
He's covered some more LVS 4690.
AMC popped up too. NVIDIA, come on, NVIDIA. Go to 200.
Yeah, NVIDIA, let's go, baby.
AMC is popping up. AMC could be a long. Wait a minute. Don't go without me. Wait a minute, AMC. AMC could be a good long. Taking a long on AMC at 40, 42. I might add more if it really popped higher. I have 3 positions now. Why? Oh, there you go. AMC red to green. AMC red to green. AMC red to green. Come on, AMC. Adding a little more on AMC. AMC might go for red to green, really. I'm adding more on AMC. Let's see if we can go to green. I'm getting out of NVIDIA. I don't like the price action on NVIDIA. I'm getting out of it. AMC is much better. I have a big size on AMC. Oh, look at this beauty. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at this beauty. Handcuff. I still have actually Visa, but where's my handcuff?
I'm still in NVIDIA right now.
I just didn't like NVIDIA. I got out of it.
Yeah.
I'm still wanting Visa, guys. I still have Visa as well. WISA, not the Visa card. WISA.
Yeah, I covered the rest of LVS. Looks like it's going to bounce here. So I'm all at LVS, but that was a really nice short.
Brooks Butler, put your handcuffs on, guys. Put your handcuffs on. You make money, put your handcuffs on. Then you're coming, emailing me, Andrew, I'm losing all of my money. Well, because you're overtrading. It's like you constantly eating McDonald's and say, well, the food is not good for you. You get fat. Well, no, the food is good for you. You overtrade. This is it. That's it. You don't touch anything else. You handcuff, you go back to bed, you go play with your kid, take your dog out, don't check the market. WISA, I still have a little bit of shares. I got out of it a little too early. This one's going to go to 6. I was thinking of overtrading and overeating. You know, it's just you have to eat just enough that your body convert that food to useful energy. That's what you need. You don't need to eat constantly. It's the same as trading. 4161 AMC. NVIDIA didn't hit the. Noro is gonna get destroyed. It's brutal, man. That is really brutal. Club.
Should have reshorted the Las Vegas Sands. Oh, dang.
Did you get did anyone got into AMC? The volume was picking up. Nice, guys, nice. Yeah, the volume, the time and sales and volume really got picked up on it. With WISA, I still have a couple of thousand shares on it. Do you think I should be good add on it? Adding a little bit more on WISA here. See if we can get to 6. Oh yeah, look at this beauty. What's the level on it? Oh yeah, it was a level at 575. I didn't know that. That's why it was struggling. I think we might get to 6 on it. AMC is pulling back. Might be a good place to add on AMC. Yeah, it became Reagan. It became an engulfing pattern, essentially it was opening range breakup. Oh, look at this beauty, WISA.
Crocs is going for all-time high. Okay, I'm getting out
I'd sell above 6, guys.
Just going to get out of NVIDIA, just back break.
Yeah, NVIDIA is a jerk today. Why is it trading like that? Visa is going to go above 6. WISA. Guys, it's going to go above 6, I know.
Yeah, it is. It looks like it. It's a big ask at 6.
Oh, I want that. It's actually, I do want that. AMC is bouncing back. I still hold some AMC. Don't do that. Ah, bastard. Yeah, it's not cool. Yeah, that drop was a little bit disappointing. I'm getting out of it. I'm all out on Visa. Disappointing. I'm all out of Visa.
Yeah, it did look like it was going to go.
Yeah, it might go, but I just didn't like that drop. No, I probably doesn't, but disappointing. Disappointing. So let's get to AMC. See what AMC is doing. Club reversals. I was watching Club. Let's see what the price action on Club is. See what AMC is doing. AMC is also a little bit disappointing, so yeah, I might go down. Qs are strong. Still, Qs are going back to all-time high, huh? Yeah, Qs are going to go back to all-time high. It's just this IWM is really. IWMs for the year to date is negative, I think.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Just got long on your Visa off the VWAP there. So I'm going to sell here.
Oh, it's actually up 14%. How does it possible? Oh, yeah, because it's back 200. Yeah.
LVS really squeezed back up there.
I still have a little bit of AMC. I'm not sure if I want to hold it or not. It looks like it's really lost that squeeze. So I might get out of IWM. So sorry, AMC. Yeah, it looks like it's going to lose 40. So.
Oh, here goes Visa now. Let's try to get through 6 this time, maybe.
Visa is going to go back up.
Yeah, just bounced right off the VWAP.
Yeah, I'm going to add a little bit more heavy to 6. Come on. Yeah. Go break of 6. And struggle. Oh yeah, look at that.
There we go, through 6.
Yeah, but it's really heavy. Let's see if we can pop. That's the problem with the lower prices stock, because it's a different crowd trading them. And it's really, really hard for them to pop. If it was AMC, it would have been exploded, but it's just I'm getting out of it. It's just I don't like them, especially when you don't have a good entry. This can really drop. I think it's probably gonna pop up, but I just don't like the trading them, to be honest with you. It's gonna probably pop up, but it's just because it's a different crowd trading them. There are big players trading them. Okay, AMC is popping, dropping. I'm gonna get out of it. I'm getting out of the AMC, guys, completely. Could be a good short AMC here. Just short an AMC here. See if you can short AMC a little bit. A little bit short AMC. See if you can go for the break of low of the day. See if AMC can break the low of the day. Possibly. If not, just getting out of it. Adding a little bit more on my short 40.
No, I don't. I haven't looked at DQ. Looking at Crocs.
Let's see if AMC can break the 40.
I'm just trying to find something I really want to trade right now. I hate the forget about Crocs. The spread on it's terrible.
Adding a little bit more on my short on the AMC. See, although it doesn't look great, but Visa popped up to 620. Garbage.
I just shorted Las Vegas Sands again. Just covering some here because we're at the VWAP.
I sold. What am I doing? What am I doing here? Okay. I think I kind of fucked up my. Anyways, I think I'm still short AMC, so.
I'm still short some Las Vegas Sands. Just see if we can lose the VWAP here. Yeah, what is going on here with the markets? IWM's really
yeah, it's really beaten up. I know.
Yeah.
I'm still short AMC. I kind of messed up in my account. It's hotkeeping is a little bit issue. I'm still short on it, but Visa 630, huh? AMC. Oh, there you go. Come on, break that. Club, yeah, I can see club. I don't like the club. It's below the VWAP, and I really don't see any pattern. I don't see anything in there. I'm looking for AMC to just take a crack here. Oh, there you go. Still holding AMC.
I added to my short at 47.60 on Las Vegas Sands. That's just right. That's the 20 moving average. I'm looking for it to lose the VWAP here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward for AMC to crack the low of the day. Bastard WISA is at 625. How's YouTube guys doing? Can we get to 400 likes? Peter, you can shut it off if it's not 200 likes. Peter, can you increase my webcam? Just bring it onto the lower part. Let me actually send it to you. Like here.
Okay, just covering some Las Vegas Sands here. 47.40. So you can get back down to S3, which is about 47.20. It's my next cover.
So I'm still holding some short of AMC, guys. I want to see if you can get to these. TNA is getting destroyed. IWM is getting destroyed, man. Yeah, it's just.
Here we go. Come on down a little bit more here. LVS, a little bit more. Come on down.
Las Vegas Sands. AMC still holding that. See if you can get the low of the day.
Here we go. All right.
NVIDIA went red. Brian, look at NVIDIA.
Yeah, I know it's dropping. All right. I covered some more LVS. 47.25 might hold here. Might not drop further. It's been a little bit erratic.
WISA is at 628. Didn't I tell you that this one is going to go up to at the open? But AMC is really not in play today. I mean, I don't like the really order flow and price action on it. I think it was really nice that the squeeze was really nice that we got. I'm not sure if he wants to crack this 39.60 level. It does. I'm just covering some of my position here at 39.62. Holding a little bit here. Oh, there you go. NVIDIA is going to go red. Can you believe that? All right, guys, can we get to 400 likes, please, on YouTube? If Peter can cut it off. No. Neo. What is Nora doing? Sold off at 29, huh? Noro. Thank you, yes. So how was your day, guys? I want to go and find my... Thanks, Chris. So let's see what AMC is doing. It's going to go break the low of the day eventually. I'm going to hold this couple of thousand shares left to see if we can cover it down there. Yeah, WISA is ripping higher. Love that. Something else. $650. Are you kidding me? What's the news on it?
Nice. Okay, Zale. Okay. I'm still short some.
Amazon storefront, huh?
I'm still short.
Brian is quiet. Brian, are you getting a squeeze or something? What is it? Is your
I'm just sitting on LVS. I'm just sitting on some. Still on some shorts.
Eating fingers. Tactically hunting.
I'm just sitting on an LVS short now. I'm just, as long as it doesn't go above the 9 moving average, I'll.
Let's see if this AMC wants to crack the low of the day or not. Damn, Visa is gonna go to 7. Are you kidding me? I'm not in there.
It's yeah.
Is unacceptable for absolutely. That is brutal. Look at this, 683. Didn't I tell you that at the open is gonna pop? I swear I told you. It must be on YouTube. I'm gonna go cut that part and play it for myself. It's just I'm so bad at trading these low price stocks.
Yeah. Look at it go. It's probably going to go to 7 now.
I know. Yeah, 673 easily goes to 7.
What have we got here for asks? There's a trading halt at 710. What is the what's the float on it? 9 million.
IWM still weak, very weak. Dead cat pounds. Let's buy some TNA. We're losing all of our money. Why not? Adding a little more on it. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, Visa is gonna go to 7. That's for sure. Hell yeah.
I'm out of Las Vegas Sands short. It's just popping back up here. It's got through the 9 moving average. It feels like it's, I'm not going to get anything more out of it up to the downside. But that was a great trip to the casino.
What's AMC doing? Still struggling, huh? I don't think AMC is going to actually break down. I don't think it does. Looks like it wants to pop back up, really holding that side. Looks like a double bottom now here.
SoFi doing.
My average is at 39.96, so very close to my average to get out. Visa is going to go to 7. That's written in the wall, I think. So I have this small AMC on it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but so I'm going to probably get a stop down at the break even on this one. Do you think Visa can be a 920 trade? No, it's a little bit too far from a 2-minute chart.
Yeah, well, and it's still a little early for a 920 trade.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know. What I think of Neo.
See what AMC is doing. Really held this level. AMC.
Neo kind of looks interesting. It might pop up here. You've got a level to trade against at just above 46. Call it 46.10. It's sitting right at the 9 moving average right now, so it's trying to get through there. So what are the indexes doing here? I think it might go up. It's got the 20 just above it, which is going to be in the next level of resistance. You know, you could, the VWAP's at 30, or 48, I should say. 46, 48. Neo's trying to hold here.
Now, I'm getting out of my AMC at the break-even point, so...
Oh, LVS.
I'm all out on AMC at the break-even. I mean, this short wasn't really very successful.
Watching LVS is going to go down now after it squeezed me out there. Oh well, c'est la vie.
Are you serious, AMC? Yeah, AMC is done. It's just not trading the way. Are you serious? Oh no, it's going down. Just as soon as I got to stop out, it's just
maybe a 920. Oh, maybe no, not quite. We're at the 9 moving average on Visa.
on 2-minute chart or 1-minute chart.
A 2-minute. Yeah.
So it could be a 920 on a 1-minute chart right now.
Yeah.
AMC is going to go back for the break of low of the day, I think.
I think,
yeah. Another short on AMC. I'm taking another short on AMC. See if this time wants to go for the break of low of the day.
If Visa can get to 6, I'll probably try taking a long on it.
Short on AMC. Visa, when we say Visa, means W-I-S-A.
Visa. W-I-S-A. I know it keeps it sounds like we're saying Visa, but we're not playing Visa.
We're in some here, guys. And AMC. That's gotta stop me out, but let's get to 39, I think. I think we might get to 39. Below 39. Below 39, I'm covering more.
Okay, Visa didn't get to my target. Can't chase it here.
Yeah, if AMC, this is a level on AMC. That's why it's struggling down here. Yeah, this is. Oh yeah, we might go to 3880 on AMC.
Oh, nice little move on. Neo's showing a little bit of strength here.
So I'm short, guys. 4,000 shares of AMC here. See if you can get to 3880. There is that level down here, 3861. And that's unfortunate that my average at 40 got stopped out. So.
Yeah. Apple. Apple's still trading above the 9 moving average. At least on a 2-minute chart anyway. It might be topping out here.
I'm adding a little bit more on my AMC here at 39. On this micro pullback, let's get to 3861. I think we're going to test the 3861. But I have seen them, I think, 7 times Top 3 favorite brand of mine. Who, Nate?
AMC is trying to hold this S3 level.
It's gonna break.
Yeah, it looks weak.
Nate, I'm good at giving advice and following it.
I think this is where Thor would take it long.
Well, Thor is
Not
not
for me.
here. And it's
Thor's
wrong,
not here, so
because
yes.
it's gonna go to 38.61. Stunts. No, I think I want to cover it as 38.61. I think it's gonna go to 38.61. Are you saying that Thor is better than me, Brian? Is that really
No,
what
I'm
you're
just.
trying
I
to
know I
say?
didn't say that. I said this is where Thor would take. He likes this S3 level.
Guys, by the way, Thor did LASIK on his eyes, so he's not gonna have any glasses anymore. That's why he's not here today.
Which is disappointing because I think it makes him look smarter.
Maybe sexier without glasses. You never know.
Laser eyes. Yeah, give him some red eyes. And then have him promote
If AMC
Dogecoin.
doesn't hit 38.61, I'm going to retire from trading. Man. This is now a matter of.
Personal pride.
Personal pride, Brian. You said that Thor is going to take this long. I'm going to prove to the whole world that I am a better trader. It's going to go to 38.61. See.
I'm just
to prove
guessing.
myself, I'm going to actually add a little bit more here to prove myself.
I'm just guessing what Thor would be doing.
Just kidding. Just have fun. Oh, maybe Thor is right.
I don't know. I'm not taking a position on it, but so I was gonna sell some Crocs options, but they don't have any weekly options, unfortunately. Oh, LVS is squeezing back up again. LVS has been a bit of a dog's breakfast, but managed to make pretty decent trades on it today. Dog's breakfast.
Maybe Thor is right. Damn. Yeah, because AMC is reversing.
Yeah, that S3 level seems to be something that some magic about that.
Ah, shit. Look at Visa. What a squeeze in Visa. 688. I'm taking a long on Visa and see if we can get to 7. Oh, I got a margin call. That's not a good noise. I'm taking a long on Visa, guys. Oh, hell yeah. Look at this big ask at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Taking a big long on Visa, 675. Let's get to 7.
Might go, eh?
Huge ask at 7, guys. My average is at 683.
Yeah, 7. Yeah, there's a big ask, 114,000.
Yeah, I did print 7 exactly. Come on, you can do it. $695. Come on. Oh, here we go. Pop up at 7.
I got a fill at 698. So that was a pretty decent fill. Yeah, that was a bit of a 920 trade on Visa.
It happened to 2-minute chart? No, not really on 2-minute
Yeah,
chart. But
2-minute chart. Yeah, on a 2-minute chart. Yes, I'm looking at the 2-minute chart. Here we go. No, didn't quite hit it. Look at that. Everybody was.
Such a big wall. Everyone, I'm getting out of it.
Everybody was waiting at 7.
I lost my sets. Damn it.
Yeah. Everybody was waiting at 7.
Yeah. And that's the problem with trading these low price stocks. I actually lost money. Yeah, I can see AMC. So who's a better trader? Thor or Andres? Look at the history here.
We're trashing the guy. He's not even here. He'd probably look at that. He'd probably look at that and go, "I wouldn't take that trade."
Thor has no idea. He had LASIK in his eyes and he's in pain and probably doesn't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, you can't look at anything exactly. See it rejected right off the 9 moving average AMC. I think you could keep as long as AMC stays below the 9 moving average, probably good.
Yeah, it's gonna set up. I lost some of my profit back on Visa. Stupid. Yeah, I lost some of my
with those.
back.
The way I play those is I put an order in. I put a limit order in. It's at like 702.
Yeah, you have to put limit orders, and it didn't pop the way that like AMC cracks like round numbers. It's just because it's the lower prices stocks. I'm telling you, because they're big players. You know, like above 7, my Dave Portnoy was sitting there with 2 million shares, just dump. They don't have enough buying power to do this on the higher price stocks. They're really full of them. These whales on the lower price stocks.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't even know if he's still day trading. I thought he's come back to his gambling business.
I think he does it still. Isn't he? I think I've seen him in Twitter. He does those stuff.
Oh, okay.
Look at the balance, 38.61, down to the penny. I like Dave Portnoy, actually. I really like Dave Portnoy. I think he's a very genuine guy, and he just made an amazing career out of his passion. He's really passionate about, sports and gambling and watching sports together, and he just made an amazing career out of that. I love him. It's just such a genuine guy.
Jack Dorsey doesn't like him.
Hey, they hate him. He's probably the most avid follower on Twitter that Jack Dorsey isn't verify him. It's just he has 3 million followers, but Jack Dorsey doesn't
acknowledge him.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Jack Dorsey is using Twitter. It's like a piece of garbage. Jack Dorsey, man.
Yeah.
Straight to jail, man. If this was Jack Dorsey, should be straight in jail. The guy is just using Twitter to pump and dump cryptocurrency, verify whoever likes, doesn't verify whoever doesn't like.
Yeah.
The president of the country out of that's just unbelievable, man. He has to go to the jail, straight to jail.
Ooh.
Anyways. Lights, do you have a Jack Dorsey meme up there? Okay, back to character, guys. I am still long AMC. I covered some of my position on AMC. I still have a little bit.
Long or short?
But going talking to Dave Portnoy, I think he does still trade a little bit in the morning. I've seen his shows on Twitter.
Okay, cool. So you're long or short AMC? You said you were long.
No, I'm still short.
Okay. I think
My average is at 39.20. I'm almost probably going to stop me out. But this 38.61 level is this level that I found from here, from June 8th.
So
nothing. We were talking about Jack Dorsey. Dave Portnoy. I like him. He's a very genuine guy. He's just he made a really nice career and a very nice business out of what his passion is, and just I love him. I mean, and he's not trying to be politically right, and he's always, he's just a very genuine guy. Yes. I believe.
Yes. Could be on NVIDIA. No, I think what we're talking about is Twitter gives some of the big followers, what do they give them? Some kind of an acknowledgement. There's what is it? What does Twitter give major?
Verification, yeah, verification.
Yeah, verifications. So what we're saying is that even though Portnoy's got like millions of followers, they won't, verify him.
He's doing it on purpose.
And it's all about, it's all about the fact that he's against some of the Bitcoin, and that's, I think Dorsey saying don't acknowledge this guy. Yeah, ICG seems to be going back up. Let's get back into.
Is getting destroyed, man. IWM still.
Neuro's getting beat up here today. That was quite the run into the pre-market, man. Oh man! And then it just died. No love.
Guys, I'm still holding AMC, guys. I'm still holding some 5,000 shares of AMC. I think it still has another crack below 38.61. But this 38.61, see, it's my levels are much better than your, Fibonacci levels. It works down to the penny.
Currently, Camarilla.
No, I'm just kidding. It's just for fun. And there's nothing happening. It's just for fun, to be honest with you.
ICGs.
Because Jarad, because Brian said something about my shorts that it just hit my ego.
I wasn't saying anything. I was just saying this is what I always thought this was.
I'm just kidding you, Brian. No,
I know.
It's actually that's the best part about the communities, because we're all learning from each other, and I learned so much from Brian. Like the 920 trade, in the mentorship session, we actually want to talk about the 920 trade. I was thinking of maybe coming up with the criteria for 920 trade. That's an amazing part. And if I know traders like Thor is taking the reversal around 39 because there is a pivot point, maybe I adjust my maybe I don't affect my trading, but maybe I adjust my trade management based on the level that is invisible to me, but it's visible to so many other traders. I mean, that's the best part of really having a community. 920, Ryan, is a trade that's come to the mentorship session. We're going to talk about that on that in half an hour. Regardless, I'm going to take this AMC short here. It's just sitting here. IWM. IWM is getting destroyed, unfortunately.
What's Sophie doing? Oh, it's dropping. Sophie, no love, no follow through. Who wears Crocs in the room? Anybody own a pair of Crocs? I was, I was amazed. All right, my dad does. Yeah, sweet. 3 pairs. Okay, see, there you go. Crocs. Wow. Okay. Lots of croc wares here, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, your barbecue shows. I know it's amazing. They're easy they're easy to slip in and out of, right? If you want to nip outside. Okay, cool. Courtney, I like that. Pink ones. You don't. I think the point is you don't. I don't think you wear them out, as in making a fashion statement. It's more like something convenient that you can put on just when you go outside the house or go work in the shop or whatever you do. Gotta love the. No way. That's hilarious, Courtney. Yeah, that's right. You can hose them off. They even come with to make you taller. I need that. I need that when I meet with Peter, because Peter's like 6'2". So when we get together and we meet, it's kind of awkward giving him a hug. I don't know if Andrew's. Let's see if he's still. What's going on? Yeah,
I'm still on AMC. I had a pretty good day.
Still holding that S3 level on the Camarilla.
Yeah,
it's not.
It's pretty good. I mean, I'm done kind of with my day, and I still holding a little bit of AMC. See if we can break this 3861 level. It may not. I might just cover everything here. So yeah, it was a pretty good day for me. I mean, the best one was AMC short of obviously right now holding. AMC long a little bit. NVIDIA didn't do much. Visa didn't do much. I gave a little bit of profit back on Visa as well. And yeah, I'm just holding, and I'm losing all of my money on TNA, which is the leveraged ETF for IWM. So just going to hold this for fun. See if we can get another crack here.
The apes are holding the line at 3880. Diamond hands here. Yeah, it was a Neo coming back up. Yeah, Neo's popping back up. Neo's really look at how they look at in Neo's. I find this chart kind of interesting. This 2-minute chart. It was holding S3, which was also kind of a fair value line, and then they let it drop, and they took out a whole bunch of stops, probably right around that level, and then they brought it right back up again. To me, this is just looking at Neo, how they how, it was holding this sort of 46 area, and then they just let it drop. I think that this is like what the machines do, the market makers and the machines do. They let it drop. They trigger all these stops because they know there's a lot of stops right there, and they cover their shorts. They buy up the shares, and then they take it right back up again.
So Brian, would you mind to put your camera on, because I wanted to do the recap. Sure.
See, this is the problem with, to me, I always think this is the problem with, with the pay for order flow, because these machines know they can start to see all these stop orders accumulating, because they've basically been sold, they're bought that information. Yeah, naughty market makers, short some mRNA.
All right, guys, I'm going to do the recap for today. Good morning, everybody. I had a really nice day. AMC was the trade of the day for me. It was really solid and nice. I was watching it. AMC has been in play. It was in play back in Monday, like 20th, or Tuesday. Yesterday, we had a really nice trade on it, and today was active. I was watching it. I was a really big fan of AMC because it was really setting off in the pre-markets, and it wasn't really gapping up or down much. And what I noticed was a really nice 5-minute engulfing crack. So a 5-minute engulfing crack, a bullish engulfing, and it turned out to be very, very bullish. Then the volume really picked up on it, and then I decided to take it to the long side as a 5-minute open range breakup. So let's see. You see this? Sorry, some technical difficulties. Anyways, I don't have this thing. But anyway, so yeah, 5-minute open range breakup. But the key point was the volume was picking up, jumping long at 40 all the way up to 41.60, and then it dropped here, and I took it to the short side. It turned out to be a really nice short. I took it to the short side. Some husky mistakes, got long and short a little bit, but eventually I'm still actually short here at 39.23. So what happened here was at 39.23. So what happened was I took it to the short side for the breakout low of the day, and let's take 1 minute chart. Covered some at 39.60, which is a level. Popped back up. I got stopped out, and then it dropped. I went back short again at 39.60, and I'm still short in there. Covered some, added more. Brian, 38.61 is a level that I had on a daily chart, and I'm still short in there, and I hope that we can crack this 38.61 level. This 38.61 level is not a Fibonacci or pivot level. It's my level that I found from back in June 8th. So that's a level that I have from June 8th. I think it's gonna really slowly breaking this one out. So that's why I'm holding a 5,000 shares here. If you can see the breakout of 38.61 level. So that was the trading for me. Another trade that I did was Visa, which really didn't. I'm not really good at trading these lower prices stocks, lower prices stocks and lower float stocks. This one has a 40 million shares float, so it was really trading below the VWAP, but it was a strong on the news. So I was kind of long bias on it. At the opened up, and the pullback, I went long at 5, sold some at 550, added some more here at 523, went up all the way up to 580. I added some more, and I got stopped out, not at the break even. I just got stopped out because I really didn't like the fact that it didn't break out. And then it came back up, long 580 to 6, pop a little bit, not much. And then I really missed the whole move all the way up to 7, went back up again at 680 for the break of 7, and I got stopped out. And I actually gave some of the profit back here. It was just a bad entry, and, really didn't get a follow through on that. That was pretty much it for me. I mean, AMC was the best trade, overall. I just had the best trades on AMC, both on the long side and short side. Visa a little bit, NVIDIA not much. And then, this one, AMC, was on a different account that I kind of messed up my hotkeys. So I'm now holding a little bit of this AMC, see if we can go break that level. If not, we'll just get stopped out at the break even. So Brian, how was your trade? What did you do?
Good. I think the one trade that I can talk about is Las Vegas Sands. So took a short at the open.
LVS, Las Vegas Sands.
Yeah, I got traded it a few times. Once that big sell-off, then got out of it, can't pop back up. Yeah, it's been really choppy, but I managed to catch a few good short plays on it. So, that was one I was watching at the Open. It was gapping down, and just played it for a Rising Devil trade. And other than that, I played Visa and with you, and I did manage to get some money out of that one. They had a limit order set at 7.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't get out. So at 675, 680 popped up to 07. I sold some, but I still had some position that it dumped on me. And that's a problem with these lower prices stocks. And I tell that many times in the chat room that these lower prices stocks are a little bit tough to trade. Even if their float is 40-50 million shares float, they're a little bit hard to trade because they're big players in them. These big whales, they control the price and they have buying power. They can't do it on a stock that is $40-50 because they don't have that much buying power. But they have enough for just dumping a 1 million share on you. And it's just the breakouts are usually not really clean. Sometimes it is, but I have a lot of difficulty trading them. So AMC, is really holding my level, not towards level. And Brian and I had a argument about if it's a short or not, and it turned out to be that I am still a better trader because my level is holding down to the pin. So if you are watching this recap and you like me more than Thor, like, comment, share, subscribe.
Or me. Ooh, Clove.
And that's pretty much it, guys. So it's Thursday. See you tomorrow. We have mentorship session. I don't think we have mentorship session today by Thor because Thor did a LASIK on his eyes, so he probably is in pain for the next couple of days. I've done LASIK a few years ago, so I know it's really painful, especially the first day. Oh my God, it's so painful. You just cry. But I'll have my mentorship session in half an hour. So see you guys, and see you tomorrow morning in the chat room, guys. Thanks and cheers.